Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2014 ECE paper, and this question is related to electronics. In CMOS technology, shallow P-well or N-well regions can be formed using A. Low pressure chemical vapor deposition, B. Low energy sputtering, C. Low temperature dry oxidation, D. Low energy ion implantation. The right answer for this question is D. So, P-well or N-well regions can be formed by using low energy ion implantation. First of all, we will see what are the applications of other things. Okay. Out of this four, what we know is nothing but dry oxidation. Dry oxidation is a case under thermal oxidation. We know thermal oxidation. Thermal oxidation. Thermal oxidation is used to form SiO2 silicon dioxide layer from silicon. So we can get silicon dioxide layer from silicon by using thermal oxidation, and it is of two types. One is nothing but dry oxidation and the other is wet oxidation. So here given as low temperature dry oxidation. Dry oxidation is a method to form silicon dioxide layer from silicon. So it doesn't give N-well or P-well regions. So this option is wrong. Next, and low pressure chemical vapor deposition. This is going to be called as LPCVD. LPCVD is nothing but low pressure chemical vapor deposition. This method is also used to form silicon dioxide layer. Okay. What is one method we know is nothing but thermal oxidation, and the other method of forming silicon dioxide layer is nothing but LPCVD. LPCVD is also used to form SiO2 layer. Then what is the difference between these two things? Okay. In thermal oxidation, what we see is, if it is going to be, let us assume this is silicon, for example, and we are going to use either dry or wet oxidation, so that we are going to be getting a 1 micron of silicon dioxide layer. So a 1 micron of silicon dioxide layer is going to be formed. So that 1 micron is going to be treated as in this way. This is 1 micrometer of silicon dioxide layer formed. Okay. So 1 micron of silicon dioxide layer is going to be formed by making use of silicon from the substrate, and the other portion is from the gas which we are going to use, whether it is going to be H2O, that is in case of wet oxidation that is water vapor, otherwise in case of dry oxidation it is directly oxygen gas. So oxygen gas is going to be interacted with silicon at very high temperatures, reacted with silicon at high temperatures, so that SiO2 layer will form in dry oxidation. Otherwise water vapor is going to be reacted with silicon in case of wet oxidation, so that SiO2 layer is formed. If 1 micrometer SiO2 is layer, by that time 0.44%, that is 44% of silicon from the substrate is consumed to form this silicon dioxide layer. That implies nothing but thermal oxidation consumes silicon from substrate. Silicon from substrate, that is 44% of silicon is consumed from the substrate to get SiO2 layer. Whereas CVD, chemical vapor deposition, this method is also used to form SiO2 layer, but it doesn't consume silicon from the substrate. Okay, the basic difference. So CVD, chemical vapor deposition, is another method of forming SiO2 layers. Okay. So SiO2, that is silicon dioxide films, can also be done formed by low pressure chemical vapor deposition or plasma enhanced chemical vapor deposition. The main difference between thermal oxidation and chemical vapor deposition is that thermal oxidation consumes silicon from the substrate to form SiO2 layer, and this process requires very high temperatures, whereas chemical vapor deposition process doesn't consume silicon from the substrate, and this can be done at much lower temperatures. So where it will be used generally? Generally it is going to be used as a complex device structure is going to be built up. Okay, as the technology is going to be getting advanced and a complex device structures are built up, the silicon substrate may not be available for reaction. That is nothing but at higher levels. Okay, silicon substrate is nothing but that is the basic layer, and above that one we are getting so many layers. So the silicon substrate may not be available for reaction, or there may be some metallization on the wafer that can't withstand with high temperatures. In such cases, chemical vapor deposition is a necessary alternative. So chemical vapor deposition is also giving a SiO2 layer. So our question is nothing but this low pressure chemical vapor deposition is wrong. Okay. Next, what we have is nothing but low energy sputtering. Sputtering mechanisms are relevant to erosion process. Erosion is nothing but removing. Sputtering mechanisms are relevant to erosion processes. That is, sputtering is a phenomena that target atoms are removed by energetic projectiles. Here, removing of target atoms is going to be taken place by low energy sputtering. So, this is also not formation of N-well or P-well regions. So, low energy sputtering is also not the right answer for the given question. So, the rest is nothing but low energy ion implantation. Okay, and ion implantation is a useful alternative to diffusion process. That is, ion implantation method and diffusion method, both methods are used to diffuse dopants into specific areas. That is, to introduce dopants into specific areas so that a N region as well as P regions can be formed. N region, P region is nothing but they may be N plus source or drain or P plus source or drain, otherwise N-well or P-well regions, like this. To form these things, either we can use diffusion or ion implantation methods. But the diffusion process requires high temperatures, where ion implantation can be done at relatively low temperatures. Because ion implantation is done at low temperatures, the doping layer can be implanted without disturbing previously diffused regions. And other major advantage of ion implantation is precise control of doping concentration. So because of these two things, ion implantation is going to be much preferred. Ion implantation is the process of direct implantation of energetic ions into the semiconductor. That is, in ion implantation process, a beam of impurity ions is accelerated to kinetic energies ranging from several kilo electron volts to several mega electron volts and is directed onto the surface of semiconductor, so that those impurity ions can give their energies. Okay, and after some time they will come to the rest by penetrating some predefined depth. So this is what low energy ion implantation, that is ion implantation process, which is used to form N-well as well as P-well regions. So the right option for this question is D. Thank you.